Hello, today we'll take a look at Remote Desktop Manager role-based security system. Managing security can be a risky and time-consuming operation. In our security system, permissions are granted to roles instead of users, which saves time by not having to configure users one at a time and reduces the risk of making mistakes. We recommend the use of Simplified Security when using the following data sources: MariaDB, SQL Azure, MySQL, and SQL Server. First, you'll need to create your users. Then, create your roles, assign your users to the desired roles, and finally, assign permissions to the roles to restrain user access. Whenever a new user is added, simply assign them the most relevant role. I know this might sound a bit confusing, so how about we give you a clear example of a security structure that would be relevant for a small to medium business. So our fictional company, Windjammer, has a help desk and a service desk department. They also have two customers, Downhill Pro and Telemark. Let's start with step 1, create your users. Go in Administration, Users, Add Users. The only user I presently have in my data source is my administrator. When creating your administrator, make sure to enable the administrator option. Now, let's click on Add User to create a new one. Let's create users for my service desk team. So I'll create Steve and Ted. For each of them, I'll go in the permission side menu and grant them add, edit, and delete rights. Always check the deny add entry in root folder. That option should always be checked since the root folder is our main virtual session folder. We don't want anyone else than the administrator to be able to create root level folder, since folders that has no permission set on them are deemed public, meaning that anyone that has access to your system will see all the public sessions. Then I'll create a user for my help desk team. That will be King. I'll go in permission, also give the add, edit, delete, and of course check the deny add entry in root folder. Now that we have created our user, it's time to create our roles. Step 2, create your roles. Go in Administration, Roles, Add Role, and let's create a role for a service desk and one for a help desk. We need the roles to assign users to them. No need to grant any privileges to the roles. Once all your roles are created, simply select your role and click on Assign Role to assign your users to their specific role. Step 3. Manage permissions. Now that everything is ready, we can start to grant or deny access to the roles. The service desk will have the permission to view and open all entries, but will be able to edit only the entries in the customer folders, which are Downhill Pro and Telemark. The help desk will have the permission to view and open entries on the customer folders only and will not be able to add or edit them. Let's start with granting permissions to my top level folders, Downhill Pro, Telemark, and Windjammer. Let's select our Downhill Pro folder and click on Group Properties. Then, in Permissions, click on the Permissions drop-down menu and select Custom. Then, next to View, select Custom, and then select the roles you wish to grant permission to. So I will select Help Desk and Service Desk and repeat the same step, granting the add and edit permissions only to the Service Desk and put never for the delete since no users have delete permissions. So with those permissions granted, the Service Desk user will be able to see, open, add, and edit all entries in the Downhill Pro folder, and the Help Desk will be able to view all entries in the Downhill Pro folder without being able to add or edit them. Now for the Telemark folder, we will grant the proper permissions to the Service Desk and the Help Desk. The Service Desk has view, add, and edit permissions, and the Help Desk only has view permissions. Finally, we have the Windjammer folder. We will grant view to the Service Desk only since we want them to be able to use its child item. And since we don't want them to add or edit anything, we will set the add, edit, and delete permissions to never. So now we can see the final result of all those permissions set. Here's what the Service Desk would see. They have the permission to view and open all entries, but can only edit entries in Downhill and Telemark folder. Here is what the help desk can see. They can view and open entries on the Downhill Pro and Telemark folder only and can't edit them. There you go. We hope this will help you to create and manage a granular protection system for your enterprise. Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit our website or our forum.